production crew.
Thank you for joining us today. Have a good week. Is that good?
Yeah, all right.
Is that a wrap?
And now you got to do it without keyboards.
Seriously. Thanks for joining us this morning. We hope you enjoyed that. Thanks to our sponsors. Okay. Welcome to this week's Kline May Realty Showcase. I'm Rick Williams. If you see a property that interests you, give one of our offices a call. Thanks to our sponsors. Enjoy the show.
Well, Lucas, it's good to see you. I appreciate you coming today.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to do it.
Yeah, I know it's been a couple months since we worked together, but I'm glad we could have this time to catch up.
Yeah, what was it, like 3 months ago almost now?
Yeah, end of September.
Wow.
We did the sale of your townhouse, your and Nicole's townhouse, and then obviously moved you guys into the new home that you bought as well. So what was it that prompted you guys to be looking for a new house and originally wanting to sell the townhouse?
Yeah, so there were a few reasons. We have a growing family. We had a daughter just 5 months ago, and so we wanted to have a place for her to run around, and the townhouse was just a little bit on the small side. We just wanted to move to a great neighborhood, but also nearby. I pastor a church in Harrisonburg, and so we wanted to be within 30 minutes of there as well. So there are a lot of things going on there.
Of course, you guys were selling your townhouse, which is why you reached out to me originally, and had just had a newborn over the summer, so kind of had your hands full for sure, and then we're planning, right, to move into your parents' house?
Yeah, we had reached out to you originally just to sell the townhouse, and then we saw the listing come up, and then we said, like, hey, Matt, do you think we could buy this place? And he said, well, not probable, but it's possible. Ended up working out, which was awesome.
So in the sale of your townhouse and the purchase of your new home at the same time, I mean, they were pretty smooth, but of course, there was a couple obstacles and challenges. So kind of, remind me, what were the things that we encountered, and what did you see as the most difficult barriers?
I just remember the inspection on the townhouse. Just a few things. It's an older townhouse, so there are a few things that the inspector found. Had a super tight timeline because obviously at the new home, the buyers wanted to shorten the closing period, I think from maybe 5 weeks to 4 weeks, and so had to work with the lender to do all that. And we were just texting you at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night and getting back from the other realtor and asking would they take a credit or do you want it fixed, and getting all the quotes together. And so, and with you, it all went very smoothly, but I think it could have gone the other way if it hadn't.
Well, Lucas, once again, I really appreciate you taking the time today. I know you've got a busy schedule, but it's been great to catch up with you, kind of rehash and relive that experience that we had working together on those 2 transactions this fall.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to come out. We're just always happy to show my gratitude and thankfulness for you and for Kline May, what you guys did. So it's my pleasure to be here.
Whether you're looking to purchase or refinance a home, DuPont Community Credit Union has mortgage options to fit your life. With fixed and adjustable rate options that offer low down payments, DCCU's team of local mortgage advisors will advise you on the best mortgage option and guide you through the lending process, from pre-approval to making memories in your new home. Start your home buying journey today at mydccu.com.
Hey, it's Zach Koops with Harrisonburg Homes team and Kline May Realty. And if you're looking for a beautiful home in Bridgewater in a great neighborhood, then you won't want to miss 105 Amber Lane. Check it out. Built in 1993, this home has loads of space. At just under 4,000 square feet, you can find plenty of room for gathering, watching movies with friends, hosting events, whatever you want. With a traditional colonial layout, you'll find kitchen and dining on one side and living and formal sitting area on the other, with bedrooms upstairs. Speaking of upstairs, check out the size of this master suite. Sleeping area, sitting area, 2 walk-in closets, and a beautifully appointed master bath. You'll also find 3 additional, very comfortably sized bedrooms, making it a total of 4 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. In the finished basement, you'll find even more space, perfect for a den, a family room, an office, or even additional sleeping space for guests. I'm not kidding when I say every square inch of this house has good use. Check out this laundry room and workshop. And we're not done yet. Check out this rec room. Eight-ball corner pocket. The screened-in porch is perfect for dining al fresco, reading a good book, or sitting around and looking at videos on your phone like me. Or enjoy the great backyard and many of the amenities the town of Bridgewater has to offer. Thanks for watching this tour of 105 Amber Lane here in Bridgewater, Virginia. For questions or your own private showing, give me a call, 540-746-8753. And remember, it's your move.
Home buyers beware. That's Virginia's motto. So do not buy someone else's problems. Never skip the home inspection. Even if you're buying as is or FYI, for your own protection, get a home inspection from Aztec Home Inspections. We provide home buyers with thorough and informative home inspections, radon testing, and mold testing. Get protected during your home buying process. Know before you buy. Schedule online at aztechomeInsp.com.
We always lived for the connection with people. It wasn't just about the food. It's about becoming friends with people. We can all celebrate together.
Good afternoon, Danetta. Thank you for taking time out of your day to talk about your restaurant, your journey along the way, and the community that we're in.
Thank you, Keenan, for sitting down with me and having a little connection time that we can spend some time together.
Tell us a little bit about the food. Tell us about how you got started.
We started about 3 years ago at the farmers market in Broadway. Actually, we started with our body oils and the body butter. And everyone's like, what are you going to bring this week? Well, can we bring our grill? Well, yeah. And then it just started. What used to bless us when people who were trapped inside their houses were able to come out to the community market and meet people they would have never met while they're waiting for their chicken.
So tell us more about the items that you have on the menu.
We make everything from scratch. So that's why homemade is in our name. Everything we make, from the barbecue sauce, so I know exactly what ingredients are in there. So that way, if someone has allergies, there's no, well, let me get back to you, let me ask the manufacturer. We only use good quality. So there you go.
Yeah, I remember having conversations with the white. At some point in the conversation, it would go to, how can we bless the community?
Well, this was last year when Dwight was still with us. We wanted to do something to help the homeless. So I went and rented a van so I could bring them down here. Made a whole bunch of food. They ate till they were full. All the food that was left, we took up to the people that didn't come down. But they got haircuts, they got clothes, they got their souls fed. They sit out here and danced and just enjoyed themselves. And it blesses me to see the people who want to just help people.
Well, sometimes people want to help, they just don't know where to bring the help
They
to.
don't know how.
And so you've been an avenue for having a place where help can be brought.
I will say, besides my family, I've had friends that come help me in this restaurant when I need it. You know, there's been times that I've had to go to something. I've had my friends step up to the plate and can help me run this restaurant that I am comfortable to walk away from.
That's the precious thing about the Broadway Timberville community, is that people come together to help people. Well, Danetta, thank you for your time. Thank you for having us in here today. Thank you for sharing the stories, and thank you for sharing Town's Homemade Barbecue with Broadway, Virginia, and the surrounding communities.
Thank you for having us and supporting us.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Hi, I'm Karl Waizecker, Principal Broker at Kline May Realty. Thanks for joining us for another Q&A with Kline May. We're going to start out with a different coffee again this week. We've gone now back to kind of regular person coffee, less than $10 a bag, and this one is called Cameron's. It's a very light kind of blend, a little bit of Hawaiian coffee in there mixed in with some Central American. That's nice, very light taste. I've mentioned a few others before and kind of described them as maybe an introduction to coffee. This would be a good one for that. It's very good, but not very strong at all. Our question today is something that's coming up in the news, coming up in our meetings, and that is, if we have a recession, what happens to real estate? And there's an interesting kind of set of facts that happen that tend to surprise people. Out of the last 6 recessions, only 2 times did the value of homes drop. One of those times it was by less than 2%, and the other time was 2008 when real estate kind of caused the whole recession to start with. So I think, as I've mentioned before, our inventory is going to remain super tight for many, many years, especially the resales because of the low rate mortgages people have. So I think because of that, we're not going to see a price drop for sure if and when we do have a recession. I think prices are going to continue. The one thing that does tend to drop in a recession are mortgage rates. So if the economy slows to the point that we actually have a recession, I think then the government may look at stimulating things instead of trying to slow things down. So in kind of a strange way, if and when we do experience a recession here in this country, it may benefit the real estate market in a small way if mortgage rates come down as a result of stimulating the economy rather than trying to slow it down like the government's doing now. If you're interested in keeping up with the market, as always, there's a link below you can check out. That'll show you the newest listings to hit the market in the last 2 weeks. If you've got a question for me or a coffee you'd like to see us try, please email that to questions@klinemay.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
to give our kids the best of everything, the best nutrition, the best education, and the best place to grow up. Even the air they breathe. Lennox strives to provide the best air quality for your family's home, free of indoor air pollutants.
At Landis Heating and Air Conditioning, they can install a Lennox customized comfort system in your home. Let Landis sweat the details so you can relax in comfort. Call my friends at Landis Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Get up to $1,700 in rebates.
Hey, Jonathan, nice to meet you and sit down with you this morning, get to know you a little bit better.
Thanks, Rick. I'm looking forward to it. So, Rick, how did you get into real estate?
I retired in March from a 30-plus year career in accounting up in the Northern Virginia area. Also, my wife and I, in our 34 years of marriage, have bought and sold 10 different properties. So I thought there was a lot of good relevant experience. So I took the exam in August and joined the firm in September. Nice. And how about you, Jonathan? Tell me how you got into real estate.
Yeah, so I've been in a lot of different industries. Did sales in agriculture for a while. I wanted to sell something that they needed and not that I was being required to sell. I felt like real estate was kind of a good happy medium there. I could still sell. It's more about what the client actually needs and not what I want.
Yeah, thought that comes to my mind is the service, not sales. So Jonathan, tell me about any hobbies or things that you'd like to do outside of real estate.
So photography was kind of a hobby. I created that into a little bit more of a full-time job on top of my full-time job as a realtor. Shooting, I enjoy sporting clays, but I also have a now 1-year-old and kind of tote him around to things. So what about your hobbies?
I do spend a fair amount of time working on the farm. We have a couple horses and we are connected to a good church. It's a really great group of caring, loving people that we like to spend as much time with as we can. So, what other interesting things would you like to share, Jonathan?
Somewhat of a history for me. I mean, most of my family is here. When I got married, we moved to Blacksburg for a little bit, Richmond. I worked in North Virginia for a little bit. And then right when we get comfortable, we like to blow our lives up. She decided she wanted to go to PA school, so she quit her job and just this fall has started PA school at JMU.
So I grew up in Rockville, Maryland, and then attended Eastern Mennonite College here in Harrisonburg. My wife and I moved back to Northern Virginia, had our boys, and then chose the Valley for our retirement home. So that's kind of how we're here.
Well, Rick, it was nice meeting you and getting to share some of our lives together, and we don't really get to do that very often, but it was great meeting you, especially since you're new, and I hope to see you around.
Yeah, likewise. It's an honor to meet you and spend time with you this morning, Jonathan. Thanks for joining us this morning. We hope you have enjoyed the show. As always, we'd like to thank our sponsors. See you next week.